What up, Halo nerds? It's your 8th favorite commentator, Legitsky, dropping another Halo 3 gameplay on a Monday at 2 p.m. So let's get one thing straight. I don't really play much Halo anymore. I've only played a handful of games in the past few months, and this is one of them. So get ready for some rusty gameplay. I was playing against Distress, Nijo, Saiyan, aka Backpack or Late, and Lenno. My teammates are B11, KuKu, and Clook. The Dubs kids versus the Slayer kids, basically. This ought to be good. So off the bat, I push rocket side, and I whiff a ton of shots here, and I rotate down, trying to grab this hammer, and since we have a 2-0 lead, I'm going to attempt to get that camo, which is very important to grab off the bat. So I'm looking around here for my target, and it looks like it's Nijo. I catch a hot nade here, and I decide to back off from him, and I rotate over. Unfortunately, I don't get the hammer swing off there, even though I basically mashed the trigger there, but that's whatever. I'm not really worried about getting hammer away. I think rockets are more important on this map, so burning camo was not that bad. Seeing as I kill the rocket guy here, I decide to T-square it essentially and use hammer and rockets. The downside is I'm not able to team shoot with my team. Upside is I'm able to get kills like that pretty easily. So since the rockets are out, I'm going to obviously grab a BR and I'm going to rotate over towards their spawn, which is on our original, communicating that with my team. And since I'm in the basement here, I'm going to try to get a couple of nades off and maybe kill Distress. And which I do. So teams were interesting. Backpack was one of the captains, and so was Clook. And obviously, Backpack, his crew is like Nijo and Distress, you know, the good doubles kids. So he got first pick. He's going to pick Distress first. That was a given. And then Clook, being a smart player, picked B11 next. Backpack got Nijo, Clook got me, and then we ended up basically with the teams, like I said, being Slayer kids versus doubles kids. So it was an interesting time. They were we played 2 series. They were both very fun to play, very close. So shout out to these guys for giving us a lot of good games. But anyways, I'm a little rusty, as you can tell. I'm not really playing as hot as I usually do, or you know, as hot as I can, or as hot as I could. But it's not a huge deal because we ended up winning this game, and we ended up winning the series. The reason why I don't play much, guys, is I haven't really had that much interest in playing Halo lately. I've needed a break, and honestly, playing Fortnite and just not playing Xbox has been kind of nice, so don't worry. This doesn't mean that I'm not going to be playing Halo ever again. I'm going to stop uploading. I have such a huge surplus of uploads that I could be uploading for a while now, and it won't make a difference, so do not worry. The YouTube uploads will keep coming. So right here, I ended up getting a couple of good kills, and I'm contesting top mid, so I'm rotating around bottom mid here, getting some shots on Backpack, rotating back. Score is kind of close. This is a fast-paced map, so you have to imagine that in games like this, even if you're up a few kills, if you lose setup and your whole team dies, you could be stuck in a vicious cycle of repeatedly dying and trading and end up losing the lead. So it's important to stay up in those situations. Right here, I get a nice little hosty lunge on Lenno, and for whatever reason, I get a nice nade on Nijo, and he gets away, keeping Backpack weak. Cleaning up Nijo and running away was probably the play there. So, obviously here, I spawn, put shots down on Nijo. This game had to go on the YouTube. It really did. But, as my boy Distress would say, Legitsky, you fucking invalid. I'm gonna chop your fucking head off, dude. All you do on your YouTube channel is upload the one game, you go +1. Fucking Legitsky, you fucking suck, kid. And then, I got good old B11 on my team, obviously. B was carrying quite a few games, which is kind of expected. B11's a fucking nasty motherfucker. Kid's the GOAT. So, this is one of the games where he didn't have to carry me, and I guess I had to put it on YouTube, so there you go, Distress. I don't go -30 every game, rusty or not. But, as B11 would say, it's all about the connection. It's all about the connection. Who better? B11 or Distress? Okay, I'm done. Anyways, right here, I'm hanging around top mid, and I drop down. Looks like, for awareness there. I get a nice nade off on Nijo, but get this. I'm keeping him weak. I get no lunge on this guy. This guy just completely ripped me a new one. That was unfortunate. I couldn't get the trade, but right now, I'm hanging around on my spawn, throwing down some nades. I know these guys are low, so I want to keep them low. You obviously want to keep the high ground on any map, but it's especially important on Assembly because it's very difficult to keep shots on people when you're underneath them. because of the way the map is set up. The floors extend when they're above you, so you're basically trying to peek shoot people who have a ceiling above you, and it's very difficult. Whereas if you're above someone, you can put down shots, you can challenge, and you could probably get away with not even trading and getting kills. So right here, I get a nice trade with Nijo, and the scoreboard is closed a little bit, and we're only up a few kills, so I'm trying to maintain a bit of control over mid here, as I normally should, but I'm also trying to be a little more careful with my deaths. Right there, though, I do get essentially double teamed, and I give away top mid control. B11 rotates, which is smart. You want to always have someone rotating from the BRs and the carbines towards mid whenever you can. So I get a lucky nade on Lenno there, and I'm trying to see if rockets are up, which they are. And I drop down here, assuming that these guys are in the basement. Looks like they're not, and I see Nijo here, and I'm hoping he's going to drop, which he ends up doing, and looks like Lenno dies there. I get Nijo, and then there's a guy above me who I end up trying to rocket, but looks like B11 gets the kill instead of me, which was very strange, but I'm not really worried about it. I just want us to win. That's kind of the goal here. So I rotate over towards our original basement, the last few kills, and I see a couple dudes. Shoot down a rocket here, and I trade, get the suicide double. About time I fucking killed myself. No, I'm kidding, but that's the win there, boys. So, there you go. That's how you win on Assembly. Doubles Kids versus Slayer Kids. The good old rivalry that's been around forever. So this game, I had 18 kills, 11 deaths, and 9 assists, which isn't too terrible. I mean, it's a pretty decent performance for a guy who plays like a few games a month. So, thanks for the views, guys. I appreciate it. Those are the stats. I think I played pretty off this game, but what do you think? Be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Like and sub as always, and thank you for the views. I love y'all so much. I'll catch you later. Peace.